Talking a short time ago, this upcoming Sunday is Grandparents' Day, so get the kids to make some cards and plan something special. But earlier we talked about ways to avoid the grandparents scam. That one's been around forever. Well, today the Better Business Bureau's Rod Davis joining me once again to talk about seniors living alone, and as kids we want to help them age gracefully and also live independently as long as possible. You have some tips for that. What are some services out there?
Well, absolutely, and the great thing is more and more services are coming about as new technology comes about. So you get the opportunity to get some simple things like just care or caregivers or people that can help run errands, and that's great and that's helpful. So it's not falling exclusively on the kids. And then you also have things that are being developed that are bringing in services into the home. So the grocery stores that now deliver is a great thing for senior citizens. And then in addition to that, you're starting to get other things like prescriptions that are coming in packets that are date stamped and time stamped. Because I know with my grandmother that was a big issue. When did she take the pill? Did she not take the pill?
And you don't want to give them all of it because then they might get confused about when.
So pillpack.com actually will put all the pills in those packets, send them to the family member with the date stamp and the time stamp so they know when to take it.
Perfect. When you do start venturing, and we'll have all these tips on our website, I'll give that to you in just a second, so don't feel like you have to write frantically as Rod gives you tips here. But if you do enter the stage where you do want to begin exploring home health aides or home health care, where folks are coming into the home and assisting your parents or your grandparents, what kinds of questions should I be asking folks like this?
Well, it's really important that you find somebody who is insured and licensed. And so there are shortcuts to that. You can go to groups like visitingangels.com, which have people all around the country, and put your zip code in, and you can find caregivers there. And they pre-screen them also for background checks, drug checks, for driving records, because if they're going to be taking your loved one with them, you want to make sure that they have a clean driving record. So there are groups like that. You can also do it on your own, where you do that same type of background check. And you also want to look at things like what's their areas of expertise. And so that varies by individual. So do you want somebody who's got experience dealing with somebody who has memory issues, Alzheimer's?
Which is a whole,
Exactly. So you want to find somebody that's got that experience for the person that you're trying to get the care for.
Absolutely. And I've heard a good question you can always say is, do you mind if cameras are in the home?
Exactly.
And if they say anything other than, you know, no, they're there to protect me as well, then you probably don't want that individual in your parents' or grandparents' house.
And that's where technology is, again, helping keep tabs on what's
whether you
going
have
on.
the cameras or not, right, Rod? Okay, there is an organization I wanted to mention that can provide assistance to seniors who do live alone. They're in need of care. It's called SHINE, Serving Health Insurance Needs of Elders. When do families cross that bridge?
Well, they're a great resource, and they're funded through grants, and so they're a nonprofit, and they're there to really help you kind of understand how all of this works, how Medicare works, what services you can get, what are the best services if you're on Medicare, to work through the prescription drugs, looking at your profile and figuring out which plan might be the best fit for each individual. So they do this day in and day out. So they're a good resource. You can use their expertise to help you find the right plan for your loved one.
They sound like angels.
They absolutely
right here on
are.
Earth. All right, thanks again, Rod, for coming in. And as I mentioned, all of the information Rod has just shared with us will be put on our website with more information about the grandparent scam. If you missed it in the first half of our newscast here, the grandparent scam is really important to be aware of. It's kind of cropping up again, right? Appreciate you always coming by. Monthly visits from the BBB right here on The Now. All right, it's on WPTV.com/The Now.